Yesterday, we rode the train at the end of the world, or El Tren de Fin de Mundo. We started at the train station that was about 7-ish miles outside of Ushuaia. Here comes our train. It's from the service that just came in. If we watch, we'll see the train unhitch, move to the front of the train. Once it's made ready, we are allowed to go out and board the train. Kim and I were the first in line, and once we got our seats, I immediately went out front to start filming and taking pictures of the train, but I was quickly told to get in because they wanted to get started. We were running behind about 5 to 10 minutes. I asked for a car where I'd be able to take some pictures and some video, and here you can see Kim right by a nice window seat. Within 5 minutes, we were at our first stop, which was Macarena Station. It was very crowded, but I did manage to get a picture of Kim and me standing in the cab of the locomotive. He's ringing the bell, telling everyone to get back on the train so that we can start our journey into the park. Here is the scenery we saw on the way to the station at the park. Now, we had a small window that was up high, so it was not easy to film, so I don't have a lot of footage on the way there, but there is some footage a lot more footage on the way back. Here we are, we have arrived at the station at the park, and now you'll see that the engine has been unhooked. It's going to move forward and then go around the cars, pick them up for the return journey. Kim and I opted to stay so that we could go down to the post office at the end of the world, which unfortunately was closed. But we got a nice hike on the way down and back. Here we are at the Tierra del Fuego Park Station. So this is actually a national park of Argentina. And the name Tierra del Fuego, the early Europeans that came saw a lot of fires on the shore built by the Native Americans, and their assumption was that there was a lot of fire, so they named this the Land of Fire. Now, on the way to the station, we had a steam locomotive, but for our return, we ended up riding the diesel back. Here is the GoPro video of that train coming in. If you looked in the last little clip, you would see the GoPro sitting on a tripod right down at track level. This is a nice view. Just as we saw with the steam engine a little bit earlier, again they were unhooking the engine so that it could go to the back and get ready to take us back to the main station. Ushuaia was the place of a penal colony for the country of Argentina. And this railroad was really built by those prisoners, and really for them, because they needed to get wood into the prison for heating and for running the power generator for electricity. Very so often, if you look, you can see some tree stumps, and actually the tree stumps can sometimes have varied heights. So in the winter time, when there was a lot of snow, well, of course they couldn't get all the way down to the base of the tree. So that's why some of these stumps are a little bit taller than some of the others. And I would imagine what you're seeing right now probably was full of trees, but they had been cut down. So the penal colony was eventually closed, and the railroad stayed open for a little while until there was an earthquake. The earthquake pretty much shut the entire line down. They tried to reopen it, but like with many railroads in the US, it just was not profitable for running, so it ended up closing in the 1950s and sat derelict. In 1994, a group of people got together to turn it into a heritage railway, and this is what we see today. This locomotive that's coming in is one of 2 steam trains that they have. They also have 3 diesels, which we are riding on one of them. We are riding on the last 4-ish miles of the original railway. There are plans to extend the train eventually into Ushuaia or a little bit closer to Ushuaia, but that hasn't happened yet. Here is Macarena Station. We didn't get much chance to film this when we rode through, so on the way back we did a little drive-by. We did not stop on the way back. Here we are arriving back into the station, and the trip is over. It was actually a very fun ride, and we liked it. If you enjoyed our trip, please give it a like, and also if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to our channel.